This is Wednesday, April the 9th, 2025. Current time is 5 o'clock p.m. Markets are about to close for an hour. You can ignore 99% of the lines on this. The main one here is these are deviation levels. This is your statistical mean. This is -1, -1, -2, -3. And this purple one here is -4. The day prior to this low here, that's where -4 was at. So on the day when the markets really crept down, I think that's on that Sunday when it hit the low. On that day, that was -4 deviation on the 1 year, 1 day chart. On a statistical basis, the chance of going any lower than that is like 0.1% or lower. So that day on Sunday was a very good day to buy the dip. Now it's showing up as that day was half and half buy and sell. So that's good. Today it shows up as being nothing but buy volume. This claims, I know that's not right. This claims today was nothing but buy volume, 100%. And got 239 million shares traded today. Still calculating at the end. Let's see here. It beat yesterday's. So volatility is still there. Where I'll go from here, I truly don't know. Tariffs has been scary, and then I think today Trump declared the tariffs were off or paused for so many days or something. But the basics of what happened yesterday evening still holds up. 161.8% level from what the math on the previous day, that all held up very well. The bottom average daily range got rejected as well. This typically is not a good sign. That usually means more pain could possibly be in the works. I have no idea where somebody would have been starting shorting today. But once it sustained above, many times without some sort of major news catalyst like Trump saying what he said today, if this was trying to become bullish again or more of an upward move, then the bottom average daily range would make support, then it'd gradually go up. That's an extremely powerful move though. Today is like 8%, 9% on the day. Well, 10.5% on the day on this buy. So that is one of the healthier moves we've seen in quite some time. On a 5-minute, 5-day chart, it's trading, from the top of the average daily range, it's, again, less and less algorithms buy into it there. If it happens to get up to positive 2 deviation from the anchor VWAP, then less and less algorithms get into there. If it gets into positive 3 deviation, which that typically on a 5-minute chart, it won't spike past that. Or typically it won't. It'll be extremely difficult. Less and less algorithms buy into it there. The algorithms have been buying into the past couple of days, and Sunday was definitely no exception. Whenever it made that low down there and this low here, algorithms were just buying it up just on a statistical basis. It was foolish not to buy in there. And then today, or in pre-market, basically made like the same low again, and then there's another opportunity to buy into it. And I can't remember what that blue level right there was, this basic trend line. That's what made support. But that was really healthy day. Like a lot of stuff just went gangbusters today. Extremely volatile. Tesla's up 22.69% on the day. That's pretty damn extreme. It's trading above where many algorithms see it all. So it's just like it can spike really heavy to the top of the average daily range, and then typically it just peters out usually. And it was That was a significant move on Tesla, on pretty much the whole market today. If this thing will reload. I know what I'm missing. I don't know why, but like something happened because I've lost some of my charting tools. I mean, it's still basically the same, but different. That's a good example of like whenever the markets may expect more rejection is whenever it spikes at the top to the bottom average daily range and rejects. It was making support at the bottom average daily range, so the spike up, I know this blue level here probably wasn't there the other day. Probably somewhere way different. But in hindsight, that's what the gravitation point was, and then rejection point again. I think it's 2 weeks ago. I think the S&P 500, the gravitational point was at 56.88, and it may take that again and reject. I don't know. This market is it's trading off technicals very heavily, but it's also trading off of what one person happens to say. Today was a good day though. There's -4 deviation from 900 VWAP. I'm sorry, not 900 VWAP, but -4 deviation on the 1 year 1 day chart for the S&P 500. That is on a statistical basis hard to get by. If anything, this will be a good relief rally. I don't know if everything's hunky-dory now. So much crap comes from China though, so who knows? I think Trump paused everything but China's. But man, what a couple of days. I know it'd be volatile. I figured after Trump took office, and it didn't matter who took office, it could be whoever, Kamala or Trump, and the market would dip afterwards. I think Trump definitely has scared people. I think it's all just a bunch of baloney. I think many people knew that was like the election rally, the election year rally, and then subsequent drop after that. I don't know if everybody was expecting that much of a loss, but I mean, whenever Biden took office, it was the same thing. But at any rate, that is a healthy loss. that was very, very, very healthy of a loss. Let's see what percentage that actually was. 21%. So almost officially, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's officially a bear market when the market's dropped 20%. That's a 21% drop. So I've seen it before too, where like officially when we got into the bear market, then it bounced. I mean, it bounced perfectly, like right off that 20%. And this is no different from there to there, and that's 20%. So those algorithms and those buyers buy up into it. It's easy to play, Monday morning quarterback after the fact, but I mean, I've seen this several times before. I should have been like jumping up and down and buying everything I possibly could the other day, because you don't get that opportunity too often. But anyway, it kind of is what it is. It shows up as being nothing but buy line today. There it is. There's what I was looking for when I go to S&P 500. 92.23 to 1. This ain't right. Hell, I don't think none of these are calculated right. I know that one ain't calculated. But yeah, most stuff today had a rally. I don't know, that's too much jaw jacking, I think. Anyway, the basic premise of why I made a video at all is because of this right here. this would have been up here for sure the other day, or maybe even up a little bit higher. And that's -4 deviation on the daily. So that is hard to get past. Alright, hope you're happy, healthy, well, goodbye.